Hey boys! Today, I'm going to be customizing a car that I've never even seen before in Grand Theft Auto. At least I don't think, unless somebody else has been driving it and I just haven't noticed. The Grotti Vision, or Visione, or Vision, whatever you want to call it. The Grotti Vision. Thing looks pretty sick. We're at the regular Los Angeles Customs today, and we're going to get into it, so let's hop in. Alright, so I haven't really been a fan of many of the Grotti, like, sort of futuristic looking cars, but this thing, I am a bit interested to check it out. So starting off with the armor, we're gonna go all the way up with that, of course. Brakes as well. For the bumpers, we have front and rear options. We're gonna go for the front bumpers first, of course. We got the primary accents, secondary accents, secondary front splitter, or secondary front spoiler, sorry, carbon fins, or the carbon front spoiler. I like the carbon front, unless we can just remove it altogether, but we can't, so I'm going to do the carbon. I like it. For the rear bumpers, we can do primary accents. Whoa, that's a cool diffuser. Okay. Okay. Secondary accents. Added fins primary, or added fins secondary. Just to match up with the carbon, I think we're probably, ooh, actually no, it stays carbon, I just noticed, but you can have the accent there though, even with the carbon, so we're gonna go for the added fins primary. For the engine, all the way up, of course. Exhaust, we can do a dual exit exhaust, wide exhaust, triple exhaust, or triple gold tips exhaust. I feel like I like the dual exit exhaust the best out of those. Let's do that one. For the hood, we can do hood pins, secondary hood, or carbon hood. We're gonna just leave it stock, I think. I don't really love any of those options. For the lights, we're gonna go xenon. For the livery, we have a few that we can do. We can do the Italia, classic green stripe, black fills, classic red stripe. Ooh, that looks pretty nice. Sports gray, mine mocked racing, unlucky for some. That's kind of cool. And Team Fly US. I think we're probably going to go for the Italia. I know that's pretty basic, but I generally like to do that on my Italian cars when they have that option, so we're going to do that. For the primary color of the car, not sure, honestly. There's a couple of things that I don't really love about this car, and it's so far that roof. I don't know if you can change that to be like part of the body color or not, but for right now it is black, and in my opinion it looks pretty ugly, so we're gonna have to try and work around that. I wonder if there's a roof option or not. I guess we'll just have to find out. So I think I probably want to go for like a color that's, pretty bright. I feel like this is a bright car, so maybe like an orange or like a yellow. Let's check out red. Now there's already a bit of red on the car with the tricolor stripe there, but you know what, I feel like Torino red looks really good on this car. I think we're gonna go with Torino red for today. And for the secondary, I think we will also go with Torino red. For the trim color, let's see what it does. Oh, it does quite a bit, actually. Let's go for a red interior. Let's do like garnet red, though. It's a little bit darker. I think it makes a little more sense. Oh yeah, that looks good. All right, for the spoiler, we can do a sports spoiler. Okay, interesting. Full carbon spoiler, carbon GT, livery GT. Okay, or a rear-mounted spoiler. Honestly, I don't really love any of the spoiler options, but the full carbon spoiler kind of works for me. If not the sports spoiler, I think we're actually going to go with that one because it's, it's the most subtle out of them, so I kind of like it. For the suspension, you can actually lower this thing right down. This thing is like slammed right now. Okay, moving on, we got the transmission all the way up and the turbo as well. For the wheels, now I feel like the wheels on this thing actually look really good except for the tire lettering. So let's see what we can do here. Ooh, the cheetah carbonars do look pretty good though with the rest of the carbon accents around the car. I think we're gonna have to go for the cheetah carbonars. And for the wheel color, I kind of want to go for like a red on them, just to match up with all the other little accents around the car, Let's do that. Let's do red. The tires, we could add a design. I'm not going to. I don't really like it. Bulletproof tires though, for sure. And last but not least, let's tint out those windows. Now this thing honestly is looking a little bit better than I was expecting it to. I'm pretty happy with this thing. Let's take it outside and see how it drives and see how it sounds. All right. Well, let's see how it sounds. Definitely not the most unique sound I've ever heard, but you know, it sounds good, I think. Something really cool with this car is like all the little like hidden details and stuff on it. Like you can see the flywheel, or not, sorry, oh my god. You can see the alternator belt and the serpentine belt in the back there going around. Maybe even the timing belt, I'm not sure. You can also see a fan, you know, up on both sides of the exhauster. You can see the fans rotating. I think that's super cool. There's a lot of detail with this car, which, you know, I appreciate, honestly. All right. Continuing, let's see. So off the line, it's not too bad. No wheel spin, actually, which is a bit surprising to me. I thought that this car would have a lot of wheel spin. I believe it is rear wheel drive only. Let's actually check that right now. It is rear wheel drive only, so good to know. All right, back to the review. So yeah, like I said off the line, this thing actually has no wheel spin, which is quite the shocker to me. I was not expecting that, honestly. As far as the handling goes, feels pretty good so far. I mean, I've gone around like, you know, one corner, but once we get up into the hills here, I think we'll be able to see a little bit better what the handling is actually like. So it does feel very light, this car. It feels a little bit unpredictable so far. That's what I'm feeling right now. Feels like the back end just wants to slide out on you, and like you can't really do anything about it. So that's not exactly ideal, but you know what? That's okay. You know, at high speed, the car feels a lot better. At lower speed, it doesn't feel. At lower speed, it doesn't feel too great, I have to be honest. The back end seems to want to slide out, as you can see right there. The car is just a little bit uncontrollable. I mean, you know, you can save it and everything as long as you're quick enough, but you know, is it something that you would want to deal with all the time? Definitely not. You definitely would not want your car to not grip like all the time, or even really some of the time. You know, if it's some of the time and you're used to it, you know, it's not too bad. But on my first time driving this, you know, the handling when you're going at slower speeds definitely is a bit of a surprise, something to get used to, that's for sure. However, it doesn't feel like awful. I would say I would tolerate it. Like, I'm definitely going to keep the car, I feel like, but some people might find it to be annoying. Now that I've said that, of course, the car is handling perfectly fine. I'm having no issues with it, and it feels really good. I'm not honestly sure about the top speed on this car. I don't think it's very high. I could be completely wrong, but I believe that it is a little bit slower. It doesn't feel like it's one of the fastest cars, you know? I'm quite sure that it's not in the top 10 fastest cars, like around a track in GTA right now. I just don't see that. I don't know how we've avoided taking damage to the front this entire time while hitting those cars. That's actually kind of nuts. So anyway, guys, I think that's pretty much it for the customization and the review today. You know, this car, it's pretty good. I think I'd recommend it. I think I would. It's definitely something. I think you have to get used to it for sure. You absolutely must put the spoiler on too, I would say, because when I was driving this thing over to the custom shop, I can tell you that the handling was a little bit too unpredictable for my liking. So anyway, guys, I think that's it for the customization and the review today. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like. If not, dislike. Subscribe if you guys are new, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Until then, take care. Peace.